Hi, I'm Michael from AES, and this is David. And
hi guys.
We're going to be talking about Wi-Fi and setting up a Wi-Fi access.
We're going to set up a Wi-Fi router today. The one I've got is I don't know if you can see, it's just a TP-Link, basic one you can get in the shop, relatively cheap. So
Pick it up in Argos and stuff I got there.
Pick it up in Argos or PC World, even Amazon if you want to wait a few days. Right. So what we're going to do, first of all, we need to find out the IP address of it. So I've connected it with a hardwire to my laptop, to the LAN port, not the WAN port. WAN port's a wide area network. LAN port's a local area network.
Ah, okay.
We'll touch on that in another video, maybe.
Yeah.
Right. So to get the IP address of a router, you need to open up command prompt.
How do you do that now?
You just type in your Windows search bar, CMD, and then click this.
Awesome. Cool.
And then this window pops up. And once this window's popped up, you type in ipconfig. And it gives you all this information about your interfaces on your laptop or computer or whatever you're using. The one we need is the Ethernet adapter, which is the card here inside this.
Yeah.
And what we need is the gateway, which is that number there. I can copy this.
And that's your IP address?
That's the IP address of the LAN side of the firewall.
Okay.
So what we need to do with that sequence of numbers is we need to type that into Google address bar or Firefox or something.
Yeah,
any browser.
Yeah, any internet browser.
As opposed to typing in www. It's a domain name, you just type in the actual address. I'll just paste it in for handiness.
Happy days.
And you enter. And you get this loading page. So you use just the default username and password.
And that'll be on the router itself, won't it?
That's on the router. It's usually on a sticker on the back here.
Yeah.
Or you get like a wee card.
Sometimes you find your IP address in there as well, don't you?
Sometimes it could be written on there as well.
Okay.
I know the Sky ones have it written on it. And
yeah.
Use the BT ones too, but this one doesn't have it. I read it. It's got actually a URL here, actually, http://tp-link wifi.net. So you could type that in as well.
Yeah, okay. But the easiest way, the most common way is using the
This is the old school way that I would be used to, yeah. Works both ways.
And then your login details will come with that router.
They come on the sticker as well,
yeah.
Or on like a wee card or something you get in the box. So log into that. And you can see here.
So you have a load of different options here, yeah?
Well, it's actually decided not to give me a side animation. Oh, there we go. So I need to drop down the command prompt so everybody can see actually. Yeah, good. So on the side here you can see loads of different options. There's loads of advanced stuff you can do in these, but we're just interested in the wireless today. So click on wireless. Now, different brands are going to look a bit different.
Yeah.
But generally, the subsections are all going to be sort of the same. So you just, if you don't have a TP-Link or if you have a Netgear, for example, the navigation might be on the top or something.
Ah, okay, yeah.
But you just need to navigate around it until you see why.
It's like using a different phone.
That's it, Android and iPhone.
Offers all the same services, just in a different way.
Exactly. So what we'll do is we'll change the SSID name, which is what you will see when you scan for it on your phone or something. So we're going to change it to AES test.
So that's just the name of the router?
Yeah.
So whenever you're scanning for a router to connect to, that's
the name is going to show up on your list, yeah. Exactly. So set the name. Yeah, the mode, just leave it on BGN. That'll be more compatible with more products. Channel width. Most routers, well, if not all of them, come automatically set up auto mode. What you need to do is get it off auto mode for start.
Right. And why is that?
Reason being, because it'll jump channels when its current channel it's using is noisy.
Oh, okay.
So say, for example, there's channels 1 to 11 on 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi.
Right.
Which is, we've been about for decades.
AES, your standard.
That's like your bread and butter of your frequency, yeah. The spectrum. So 5 gigahertz is the newer one, but it doesn't go as far because the wavelength's higher. So for distance, which is good for long driveways, definitely try 2.4 first.
Yeah.
Unless you're putting this on somebody's front door in a small house, then you can use a 5G because it's a lot cleaner.
There's a lot less travel.
There's a lot less travel distance. And generally, there's not many devices using that frequency.
Okay.
So it's cleaner.
Yeah.
The 2.4 gigahertz is swamped. Like everything, like baby monitors use 2.4G. Bluetooth is quite close.
Okay.
It's a couple of channels lower.
So if you have a lot of Wi-Fi devices in the house, then sometimes that can...
They're all chit-chatting at the same time.
Yeah.
And then if you add in your neighbours using the same channel,
Yeah.
you know, it's more.
Okay, yeah.
So what you want to separate your channels from anywhere close by.
Okay.
So definitely change the channel width. This is what we need to do. Now, the smaller the channel width, the less susceptible to interference it is from other sources, like baby monitors and stuff. If you want faster speeds and you've got a clean frequency, then you can choose 40. But it's just a Wi-Fi intercom. It doesn't need to be downloading at 80 megabits per second.
Okay, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You're sort of overkilling it and giving more room for errors. You just need the basics. So we'll select 20. So here's the auto channel as well. So you need to figure out what a clean channel is to start with.
And that'll depend on what the location is, if it's in a city or rural. Yeah.
Exactly. So to do that, we need a little program.
Okay, so what do we do next?
So now we're going to use a program to find out what the best available channel would be to choose in this area.
And that's specific to each computer network kind of area?
Well, it would change in every location.
Yeah.
You know, would it be your house, your mum's house, or your friend's house, or your customer's house? It's going to be different everywhere.
Okay.
So,
and this program checks it for you?
This program is called NSS IDEA. Some jargon, I suppose it sounds good. It's free to download on the internet.
So it's free?
Yeah, you go to a website, metageeks.com.
Okay.
META geeks.com. Basically, when it loads up, it will show you all the networks close by.
Okay.
So you can see already we've got AES admin here, and there's a lot. See all these little, like, what would you call them? Half pyramids or something? I don't know what shape that is. I'm not good at geometry. But you can see. Is that
even geometry?
I don't even know what that is. Shapes. I'm not good at shapes.
Shapes.
You can see there's a lot of action going on.
Yeah.
Every one of these little, call them boxes or whatever, they're access points.
Okay, I'm seeing, so the 2.4 and then the 5 beside it, and there's very little.
5 is clean there, you can see that already. All you can
That's
see.
a good visual representation of it then. Yeah.
It gives you a good visual, yes. It helps you understand it. So you can see there's only 2 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi access points detected in range of this router. And then you can see, as opposed to the 2.4 side,
yeah, there's a lot going
it's
on
packed,
there, isn't there?
basically.
That's from like neighbouring businesses and stuff here.
All these little, all these units around the industrial estate and stuff. So what you need to do is find a clean channel. So at a first look, channel 8 or 9 would be clean.
Okay.
Or maybe at the top, as opposed to here. You know, you've only got limited.
Yeah, you wouldn't go between 4 and 7.
No, you wouldn't go it. I'd avoid anywhere between 2 and 8, actually. You know, it's cleaner on the top end of the channels.
Yeah.
So what's going to be happening is, if all these are routers or access points, they could all be set to automatic mode. So once the channel gets noisy, they'll jump. So this will change throughout the day because everything's on automatic.
Yeah.
If we set manual at the top, we're not going to jump down the bottom here.
Okay.
On the off chance, and that could give you enough to drop off the Wi-Fi connection. Not just for intercoms, but for any device. So now we've kind of chosen somewhere in the high end. We'll create it, say for example, on we'll create it on 9. See what happens. Okay. So what we need to do, go back to Google. I need to drop this down, please. Right, so we kind of figured out what channel would be good. So anything in the high end, we'll try 9. So you can see pretty
Okay.
easy to understand when you can see what's going on behind the background of the channel. The channel width of 20 megahertz that we set. So what that means is, basically, if we set it to channel 9 and we have a 20 megahertz channel width, then it's going to share between 8, 9, and 10. 10 megahertz either side.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
So you can see in there in the middle. So this AES admin is on channel 11, but it's got a 40 megahertz channel width.
Okay.
And that's done automatically by the router.
Right. Yeah, that makes
so
sense.
we're going to force it.
Gives you a bit more space to get a signal within.
Well, that's it. It's good for, you know, larger networks that need more speed. There's more frequency available to share. You know, it'll move. You know, it's 2.4 thousand megahertz. So the channel width will go, you know, 2,420 down to 3,980. You know, it just helps with the speed and stuff. But
for the purposes of
for the purpose of an intercom, it's going to be on
intercom.
its own network, perhaps. You don't need that.
Yeah.
You need something
the
that's
20 megahertz.
smaller. There's less variables that can mess up.
Yeah.
Because with the wider channel width, it gives more problems.
Cool.
If there is a problem that arises. So keep things simple, I guess, is the moral of the story.
Well, that's what we want.
Uh-huh.
Anything complicated, you don't want it.
No. Right, so with that set, we've set our SSID, we've chose the mode, channel width, and we've chose our channel.
Yeah.
So then we hit save. It's going to reboot the router now. Well, they usually do.
That automatically happens, most routers.
Most routers would reboot, but it's brought me back to the landing page. We'll see. What did this one do?
Here's a question for you. Routers? Is that like a...
It's an American thing, I think.
Is it, yeah?
American English. Router.
Yeah.
I call it a router.
Fair enough. So if we have American audience here, that can be
Router, yes.
they're going to be understanding what we're actually saying here. Maybe.
Okay, so yeah, now that our router's rebooted, finally, we can check in SSID for that network. So as you can see, at the top, AES test coming up.
Okay.
That's the one we just created on here.
Yeah.
And you can see the decibel milliwatts is really low. It's a minus figure,
Is that
but
a good thing?
that's a really good thing because it's so close.
Oh, yeah.
You know? There's other ones here. Cookstown Cycles. That's that building across the road. I don't know if you can see that on camera. It's just
Probably not.
basically across the road. And it's minus 73. And you already see it's gone into
Is that
orange.
more to do with distance then?
That's to do with distance is definitely a factor, obviously.
Yeah.
It's to do with obstacles, obstructions, you know, windows, the bikes in the windows.
Metal frame of the building. That's why old buildings, like with real big thick walls,
Yes, exactly.
have trouble with Wi-Fi signals.
Every object that a radio wave goes through, it's going to diminish the power of the signal. So you can see already it's gone into the orange. And that building's, what, 20 meters away? You know, this could be like a driveway, you know?
Yeah.
Same sort
So
of thing.
just across the road, that would be your average probably driveway, if not a wee bit longer.
Yeah, you know?
Depending on what kind of house you're living in.
That kind of distance, that's kind of the limit that you can have from a home router.
Yeah.
You know, any further distance I'll show you.
Further distance, you need like a more industrial.
You need a more powerful access
Yeah.
point, yes. So you can see I scroll down the list and it starts to go red.
Yeah.
So see all these red ones? If you connect a device to that from here, you know, a phone or something,
You'd have like 1 bar of signal.
you'd have one bar, or you know, the little exclamation mark might come up on your phone saying no internet connection
Yeah.
because it's failing to talk properly.
Yeah.
That's what basically happens.
It's like trying to talk to somebody that is
too far
30,
away.
40 meters away from you. It's near impossible unless you're shouting.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
So
So we're in channel 8 there as well.
channel 8, 9 and 10 we chose, but channel 9 was the center channel. You can see it's on channel 8 up there. So if you double click on it, it'll give you some more stats. You know, you can see real time, the signal. You know, to me that looks completely stable.
Yeah.
obviously it's only been going for a couple of minutes. But if you've got a real flaky connection, maybe this line will be orange
Yeah.
because you haven't set your network up right. If
Yeah,
this line was orange, if you monitored it for an hour, if you get a chance, you could see a big drop somewhere
Yeah.
randomly going into the red. When it goes into the red, that's when you get your disconnects. That's when if somebody hits the button on the intercom, oh, it's not ringing my phone.
Yeah. That's why.
Most likely the reason. So it's very important to get a stable Wi-Fi link.
Cool.
Anything up to about -40 or 55 is good. Anything, once you get -60, -70 or below,
Yeah.
you're going to have issues.
Okay, that's good to know.
So it gives you lots of information, it tells you all the information about the channel, the capabilities, what speed it's going at. So this one's currently going at 144.4 megabits per second.
It's pretty fast, isn't it?
That's really fast.
Yeah.
As this decibels get less, the speed decreases. The modulation, they call it. So that's set up.
So we've got a router set up on a certain channel that's best for the intercom.
We've picked the best channel in this area that we thought on the 2.4 gigahertz frequency.
Yeah. And 2.4 is the one you're going to use for the most applications.
For most applications on longer distances, 2.4, it goes further.
Yeah.
It goes over obstacles better, it goes through obstacles better,
Yeah.
as opposed to the 5 gigahertz with a shorter wavelength. So it's going like this.
Brilliant.
Doesn't go as far. So
All right.
that's pretty much it. There's nothing else you really need to do in that regard. You set your channel width to low as possible. You've selected your channel, and you selected your spectrum mode,
Okay.
which is 802.11 BGN.
Right, so as an installer, then the next step, I suppose, will be connecting up the Wi-Fi Predator or whatever Wi-Fi product we're using to that router. Router.
Exactly, that's router. Tomato, but basically, you've instead of winging it and just bolting it to the wall and then hoping for the best,
Yeah,
you've actually
problems could arise after a time.
It's like
it might
you get
work
the
perfectly there and then.
you get the phone call, somebody's complaining it's gone offline or something.
All right, so it's like best practice for an installer then.
It takes 5 minutes. So how long does that take us to?
Yeah.
You've done once, you've done it a couple of times, it'll be easy.
Yeah.
At least you've done your research. You've figured out, a plan. You put the plan into action, and you'll get the benefits.
Cool.
All right, so
That's setting up our Wi-Fi access port.
router,
Router, whatever terminology you want to use.
Yeah, we'll call that a wrap, guys. Thanks for watching.
Sweet. Cheers.
That's hard, boy.
Nice. Right, so we'll just go through a real quick run through of everything that we've done.
Yeah, sure. We'll do like a speed tutorial today.
Yeah.
Hi, guys, again. First of all, you need to find the IP address of the router. So, command prompt, cmd, black screen, IP config. Brings up all the details of your interfaces. So the one we need is obviously the Ethernet adapter. So it's this number here. You can copy that to your clipboard or type it in to an address bar in a browser. Any browser will do. 168.0.1. That brings you to this page.
This is the login page for the router.
So you log in with the default username and password on your router, found on the packaging. And in here we have on the left wireless. I've already set the SSID name, but this is where you change the SSID. So we'll call it tester 1. We'll choose BGN mixed mode.
Yep.
A small channel width, not on automatic. And we'll set the channel to 9. Because earlier in the video we did a scan.
Yep.
And we could see Wi-Fi 9 was good. So hit save. Usually the router will restart or something.
Yeah.
There we go. So you can see the wireless network we just made, AES Tester 1, is now online. Channel 9, BGM mode, fast rates, and the signal is really good.
Awesome.
So that's basically it, the quick guide, I guess, to setting a channel.
Summary of what we've talked about then.
Summary of what we talked about. You can, for more information, just watch the full video.
Yeah.
Cheers,
Awesome.
guys. Thanks.
Right.